In a past age, during the early part of this Aeon Kappa, there lived a great universal monarch named King Mandatu. He possessed extraordinary power and ruled over all 4 continents with 84,000 kings serving under him. Human beings at that time lived for one incalculable age. King Mandatu had such great merit that simply by clapping his hands, 7 types of precious jewel rain would fall from the sky. Even as a child, he enjoyed life for 84,000 years. When he reached maturity, his father appointed him viceroy for another 84,000 years. Later, he was crowned as a universal monarch and ruled for 84,000 more years. Yet, despite having enormous wealth, power, and heavenly pleasure, King Mandatu was never satisfied. He asked his ministers whether there was a realm with greater happiness than that of humans. The ministers replied that the realm of the 4 great kings was superior. So King Mandatu took the wheel treasure, ascended into the sky with his celestial army, and arrived at that heavenly realm. The Devas honored him and shared their divine kingdom with him. He ruled there for 84,000 years, but still he was not satisfied. He asked the 4 great kings if a realm more pleasurable existed. They replied that the Trayastrimsha heaven, Tavatimsa, was 100 times greater. King Mandatu then traveled to Tavatimsa heaven. Saka, king of the gods, warmly welcomed him and offered him half of his heavenly kingdom. King Mandatu enjoyed heavenly bliss for a long time, for the span of 36 sakas, millions of years. But his cravings never ended. Even after ruling both in the human world and the heavenly world, he still felt incomplete. Eventually, he thought, if I kill Saka and rule alone, then my merit and power will finally be complete. The moment this thought of greed and violence arose, his celestial power disappeared. He immediately fell from heaven and reappeared in the royal park of the human realm. The park keeper saw the king descend and informed the royal family. They came with 84,000 kings, prepared a majestic seat, and gathered around him. King Mandatu sat down and declared, "The desires of beings are endless. Even after ruling heaven and earth, I'm still not satisfied." After saying these words, King Mandatu passed away and was reborn according to his karma. In Jakata Tales also explains his past karma. In the distant past, during the time of Buddha Vipas, Mandatu had been a poor man who made a powerful offering of a handful of boiled beans to the Buddha. Through this merit, he later enjoyed immense wealth, long life, and supernatural powers. But because he mixed his offering with ambition and craving, he was reborn with unending desire. Short summary: King Mandatu enjoyed unimaginable wealth, ruled the entire world, lived in heavenly realms, and even shared the throne with the king of the gods. Yet nothing ever satisfied him. His desire only grew. The moment greed turned into the wish to dominate completely, he fell from heaven and died. The story shows that desire has no limit, and even perfect worldly success can never fill the mind that is driven by craving. The Buddha's teachings from this story. 1. Craving has no end. The Buddha taught that tanha, craving, is bottomless. No matter how much pleasure one obtains, the mind always wants more. Mandatu's life illustrates that even heavenly pleasures cannot satisfy an untrained mind. 2. Happiness built on desire is unstable. Worldly joy depends on conditions. When conditions change, the happiness collapses, just as Mandatu fell the moment greed arose. 3. True contentment comes from wisdom, not possessions. The Buddha said that inner peace comes from being free from craving, not from increasing wealth, fame, or status. Or pride and greed destroy one's blessings. Mandatu's downfall began the moment he thought of killing Saka. A single unwholesome intention erased eons of accumulated merit. 5. Even great merit cannot overcome an unrestrained mind. Mandatu had vast good karma, but without wisdom, even that merit led only to more craving.